Happy rails to you. Welcome back, my friends. Happy rails to you. It's good to see you again. Happy rails to you. Please keep watching in. Well, hello, everybody. This is G-Man. Welcome back. I'm going to do a layout update following this video. But I've had dug these cars out, going through some boxes while I'm working on the layout, and I decided to go ahead and touch them up. And I just wanted to show them to you. I've pretty much already done with them. But as you can see, this car is just a little bit faded. This was all around his ridges. The paint was missing all the way around. The inside of the car is not too bad. This is not the exact color as the inside, but I thought it looked nice. It's a nice traffic yellow, I believe they call it. And it just kind of stands out and makes the car look nice. And I had to touch these frames up on each car because the frames were just really badly missing paint and scratched. And so I got those touched up. Now, I did the touch-ups on the frames with a magic marker or a permanent marker, and I did this with a paint pen. I did it. Got two of them here. You can see this car is faded on one side a little worse than the other car. This is the bad side. And I did some touch up here with a whitish, pinkish kind of undercoat. And I'm going to go back with a marker and go over that when it dries with a red marker and get that back red again. But it was just amazing. The insides of the cars were just basically unstaved. Just the rim, the outer rim of the cars, and the frames. They would have been otherwise in excellent condition. As you can see, the couplers are rusty. I'm going to clean those up and redo those also. But this isn't really what I wanted to show you today. This caboose was really in bad shape. I redid the white trim around the windows and the black lines, cleaned up the red, and then touched it up in places where it just would not come out looking good. Got rid of those scratches. Used that white paint in with a reddish pinkish tint for an undercoat, and then went back over it with the marker. And I may go over it again because this top had several places on it. You can barely see them now, but they are there. There's one there, one there. There was some along here. Just wear is what it was, and they had started to rust, so I had to sand them down. And here you can see some dark lines where there was dented or deeply scratched and rust had set in, and I got those out, but you can still see that they existed there. With a little more care, I could have probably taken those out too completely, but these cabooses are, nothing special about them. You can see the wheels rusty. So There's still a little more work to do on them, but they're looking 100% better than they did. Let me show you. This was actually a set. I dug this out. Didn't even realize I had it. This is an 897 and Marx wind-up. And I understand these are getting kind of hard to come by. In good shape. Now this engine really looked bad. It had a lot of wear on it and a lot of rub marks. And I spent a couple hours touching up this engine and redoing it. And it's come out decent. I like the way it looks now. You really wouldn't know that it was ever in the condition that it was in just by looking at it. This is a wind-up, and the wind-up mechanism does work in it, but it's faulty. It won't catch when you're trying to wind it up, and I do have a couple of other wind-up mechanisms that do work. One of them is one that I rebuilt here several years ago and never used it because I'm just not a wind-up fan. But I've had like 4 or 5 wind-up trains over the years, and I try to keep 1 or 2. Usually I turn the wind-ups into electric trains when I don't have that particular train in the Marx. But this is a keeper. At least I believe it is now. And so I might put that other motor in it, that other wind-up motor in it, or I might just leave that one in there and just let it go with that. Because like I say, it will work. It does work. It will wind up, but it will not wind up properly. What it does is when as you wind it up, it'll unwind itself immediately as soon as you let off of the key. So the lock on it's not holding. And then the tender. As you can see, I haven't done anything to the tender yet. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to either repaint it or touch it up. Whichever one is the most simple. I'm not. That one's a little weighty, so it must have a weight in it. I've got several of these tenders, so I might just use one of the other 4-wheel tenders for it. It's the same tender that goes with the 999 and several other engines, but this is an original set, even though I don't have a set box for it. I bought it from a collector several years ago. Who collected Marx, and this was an original set. All right. So, what I wanted to show you real quickly, this is just a quick video today. Kind of an attachment to the other video that we did here a while back. It ended kind of funny because the camera quit running for me. And so I didn't get the opportunity to actually show you This AHM-HO. Sorry about that. And I got this in a month ago now, I guess it would be. And it runs, it operates. It's in really nice shape. I did clean it up a little bit, and see if I can get it out of the box one-handed here. Without tearing up my insert. And let me set the camera down. There we go. Now this engine, this locomotive originally sold for $9.98. And it's actually dated, it says April the 1st. But I don't have a year date on it. But I think it was in the latter part of the 1980s. Or the first part of the 1990s. I could be wrong. If anybody knows, you can leave it in comments. Give us a shout. This engine runs perfectly. It's just like brand new. Hope you're getting a good view of it. And runs great. And that's a BL2. I wanted one of those in S gauge. Of course, at the time, they never made them. I don't know whether they make them now or not. Eventually, maybe I'll get one. If they do. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, like the old folks used to say. But that's my BL2. And so we're going to look forward and enjoy running that around the small 4x6 or 4x8 layout. At least that's the plan now. I haven't had time to work on it, but that's the plan now. 4x6 or 4x8. Here, I'm not going to take a lot of time with this, but is the wrong engine. I believe. Let me look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the wrong engine. You've seen this one already. That's my Southern Pacific Trainmaster. We've already worked on it and got it going. But the one I wanted to show you is an anthrax. There it is. Another anthrax blue box. Guy sent me this. He sent me a note. He says, Gerald, enjoy this. This will be a nice project for you. He put on it no charge. And he asked me not to say his name, so he will remain nameless. But he sent this to me. And it does not have the rails on it. I guess everything is in this envelope. There's pieces. He said he was changing the motor in it, or something about the motor, and but it doesn't run, and he's got a bunch of goop. I guess somebody put a bunch of goop in it to try to hold the motor in place, and it's just a mess. And I haven't, as you can see, I haven't opened it up or looked inside it or anything. It's got the instructions. And but I guess it doesn't have the right motor in it. So this is going to be kind of a challenge. Let me get this camera up a little bit. So this is going to be kind of a challenge. Now, according to this engine came out about 1979. If I'm reading that correctly. 1979. So this is a Santa Fe FM, and if I can repair this and fix this, and we'll do a video on it. As we tear into it. We'll do a video on it and see how it goes. But it's an anthrax Santa Fe FM Trainmaster. And apparently made around 1979. And Still partially in kit form, so we'll see how it goes. One last engine I wanted to share with you, or one last thing I wanted to share with you. And that was not it. Not the falling of the camera. We're just having all kind of problems today. Guys, excuse my hand in front of the camera. I don't know why the camera keeps doing that. What's going on with that? Let's try that. Haven't opened this yet. I bought this over about a month ago. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, almost 2 months maybe. It's the first time I've opened it. I haven't had time to open it. And as I say, I hadn't been working on any HO. Or anything for that matter, except for the layout when I've had opportunity. This is a complete train set. And what it is, I'm not going to take the time to show you the whole set today. You forgot the engine right here. Nope. What this is, there's a caboose, if you can make that out. It's a Chattanooga. This is a Chattanooga set. But this is not the original Tyco set. This is the Chattanooga set by Mihano. And the more Mihano things I look at and I work on, the better I'm beginning to like Mihano. Somewhere in here is the engine. And that's it. Got a lot of track stuff in here. There's the tender. Chattanooga. So we have a Chattanooga choo-choo. The way he's got this packed in here is really neat, actually, but I can't tell what's what. There we go. Really wrapped nicely. And there we are. Another Mihano 917. And you see it has the same wheel arrangement. 080. Which is kind of odd and unusual. And you see it has a taller stack. The one on mine that I replaced is just a little bit taller than that, I think. Which, that's why I say it needed to come down just a little bit. But I'm not going to change mine. I'm going to leave it just like it is. Isn't it lovely? That's just nice. And as I say, this is the complete set. It's got all the cars. I'll have to go through it and see if there's any breakage. But there it is. And I'm going to enjoy running this. We're going to test it and get it out, of course, test it and see if it does run, and it's supposed to run. It's guaranteed to run. As a matter of fact, they say it's like a new set. It's just only been ran once or twice at Christmas time around the Christmas tree. So. But anyway, guys, just to document this set and to show you guys that AHMBL2 that I didn't get to fully show you in the previous video on the trains that I was working on. And we've got a lot of little goodies in this. Got accessories, all kinds of accessories here. All kinds of accessories. I don't even know if I can get this all back in here like he had it. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it. There we go. There we go. No, I don't like that sitting up like that. All right, guys. That's all I have for you today. I don't know when I'm going to work on this HO again. My attention now is to the layout, and you'll be able to see what I've been doing when I do this next video. Hopefully I'll get it done today following this video. That's my plan anyway. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm sorry about all of the dropping of the camera and so forth and so on that was going on. But I guess things happen. But as always, if you enjoy